today is going to be a very, very interesting day. I have with me one of India's top stock market traders and also one of the best coaches India has ever produced. Now, why is stock market very important? And I think pandemic has really taught us that we need to have passive income, and sometimes we need to have a long-lasting active income also, which is recession proof. And I totally believe today is an era of having to have teachers, educators have been going through a lot of things indirectly and going through inside of this pandemic. So I thought today I would interview one of my very close friends, one of India's best stock market traders, about what is stock market, what can we learn from his journey, and how he could probably help us to build something which would give us a lot more and passive income, which will help us in times of crisis and needs. So here we have Vishal Malkan. Let's have a round of applause and welcome Vishal Malkan, who is one of India's top traders and learning coaches. And I think one of a phenomenal human being. He and Meghna, his wife, have been associated with stock market trading, and I have seen personally so many lives being touched by him. It's really heartwarming. And I could tell you one boy from Varanasi, who when I went to Varanasi is one of his students, and I was so moved. That boy has quit his job, he's making stable income, and he's thriving just because of the work that Vishal Malkan does. So welcome, Vishal. It's an honor and privilege for me to have you over here. Yes.
Thank you so much, Kannan. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be with you, like always. And the number of times you said top, I'm like on top of the world.
Thank you. So, Vishal, I wanted to ask you something. Can you tell me something about your journey? Because stock market is something, especially in South India, we are not very tuned to. We only learn in mathematics in 8th standard, 9th standard about stock market. And people in South India always have this feeling stock market is like, not our cup of tea. So can you tell me, how was your journey? When did you start? How did you evolve to what you are today? So can you just take us to your journey?
Yeah, sure. It's a long journey, but I'll keep it short. Like I got introduced to the world of stock market when I was in 8th grade. This was the year of 1993. That's when exactly that Harshad Mehta scam happened. And I used to travel to my dad's office, who was not into stock market, but into textile. But everybody around was only talking about stock, and those names like ACC, Reliance, State Bank of India, and up and down. So I got fascinated by the whole number game, and I decided I want to learn this. And as soon as I finished my 10th grade, I joined stock market against my father, against my parents. But I took a shortcut, I took an admission in a college which was next to stock market. So almost like half stock market and half graduation I did. In the first, second year, I was just learning the tricks. I was trying to understand how does it go up, how does it go down, and then started slowly trading very small amount. And luckily, like the markets are booming right now, that time also there was a bull run, 96, 97, 98, 99. And I didn't know that it was my luck. I thought it's my expertise, and I made 20 lakh rupees by the time I was 20.
Wow.
And I was like on top
20
of the world.
lakhs at what age? What age were you?
I was 20.
Oh my God, 20 lakhs at 20. Wow, awesome.
But it ended on a bad note. Why? Because I thought I'm a genius, but it was the bull market which made me money. So, and like that, many people have experienced that when the markets are going up, you are making money, you think you are expert. But it's the market which is supporting. And then the market crashed in 2001 because of the dot-com bubble. And all my 20 lakhs went away. And also I lost more money than 20 lakhs. And I was officially into debt by the time I graduated. And that's when I realized that I need to learn. This was my luck. So I need to learn. So I started doing finance MBA from Narasimha Monji College, where I was learning the fundamental part of it. And the other aspect of this is called technicals. So I started reading books on that and a couple of courses here and there. And my journey started to learn on the path to find some magic system or magic trading mechanism. And almost for 5-6 years, I went through this fundamental technical, and I read like 400 plus books on markets, trading, technicals, fundamentals, and all that. And I found that technical was easier because it did not require any background or any finance degree, so that anybody can do it. And then I slowly drifted towards technical. My success came when the crash happened in 2008. Yes, the crash. Why? Because just before the crash, whatever I was trading, I sold everything. And I also made a report that it's going to crash big time. And that 3-page report, which I made in 2007 December, went viral after the crash. When it crashed in January 2008, market crashed like 20% in 2 days. And then I realized that, okay, my hard work, my learning, my books, my seminars, my losses and blunders have come to some kind of success. Now I understand market, how it goes up and how it goes down. And then my journey started to teach people. I on Saturday, Sunday, me and my wife started training programs like small Saturday, Sunday. I used to train 5, 5, 6 students in my rented office. But I never knew that it will become so big that now we do seminars across the country and now virtual events across the world. And so many people are impacted by that. So it's now become more of a passion, that the way I learned the hard way by doing blunders and mistake, maybe I had the advantage of time, but not many people would have that. So to cut short that journey, we put into a simple program and simple training through our institute.
So how many students have you trained in your institute? How many students have achieved success? Can you tell me something about that?
Yes. So now, because now it's online and so many people attend our webinars and videos, it's difficult to put a count. But broadly, if I put all the numbers which I have, it's more than like 5 lakh people now in the last 14 years.
Yes. 5 lakhs, that's enormous.
Yes. And whatever numbers I can gather is that 70% of those people have stopped losing money. That's a big achievement for me, because not losing is also winning money or making money. And 40% of them have started making some money, and 20% of them have made more than 50% return in 1 year, in the last few years. And of course, the bull market plays an important part. And the most important part about this statistics is that we have trained people from all backgrounds, be it a doctor, lawyer, engineer, chartered accountant, even a homemaker or a student can learn. I made it so simple that my 12-year-old son Vivan also now knows the basics of stock market, and he does very little trading with a very small capital just to get the basics right.
Wow, wonderful, wonderful. And can you share some stories of successes of your students?
Yes, I had one specific, or many of them, but one specific which is very I'm proud of, because there's a housewife, homemaker, who was not even ready to come to our first program called Anybody Can Trade. She was pushed by her husband to come to attend the program. Both of them came together. And she said, I never traded stock. I don't know what is market. I'm a housewife and all that. But she did the 3-day program. Then she eventually joined the 1-year program also. And throughout, her husband was supportive. And after a few months, she sent us a message that when actually the market crashed, and we teach you strategies how to tackle uptrends and downtrends both, where you can make money in both the sides. So she sent me a message that, thank you, sir, you transformed my life. And I just made 3.5 lakh rupees by just working for half an hour in my free time in this market crash. That was like 2-3 years back, when there was a crash in the market. And then I said, and her husband also sent me a message that, thank you for pushing her and showing her own potential. Money is not important, but the way she's now engaged, the way she works, and rather than gossiping or watching TV or WhatsApp groups, she's more into, now we can have a healthy discussion about markets and finance also. And she is, and I'm proud of her now.
Wow, awesome. That's really heartwarming, Vishal, to hear that kind of a story. So coming to that point again, market crashes down and goes up. So there's always this saying that stock market is like gambling. You gamble on a stock that might go up, it will come down. And there is a saying in South India that you have to read a lot of newspapers, then only you will know something about stock market. Or you have to, that's a big saying that I should know about business to invest in the stock market. In fact, I was talking to Velumani of Thyrocare, and he was telling me the number of people from whole of Tamil Nadu who invest in the stock market itself is less than 2%. Oh. So it's a very, we have a more of a conservative mindset. We're very scared of our hard-earned money. So can you give us some light on that? Is this gambling, or is there a structure to it? What do you suggest on that? Yeah.
Okay, so I have been hearing this all my life, like stock market is gambling, including my parents, since when I joined. So now I can show you, like, let's say you are a doctor, okay? And a common man who's not a doctor who watches a YouTube video on heart surgery and then he goes and performs a heart surgery. What is it, gambling or it's profession?
It's gambling.
It's gambling. So in the
Exactly.
same way, like you studied medicine for 3, 4, 5 years and you understood the whole part of it, you practiced, and then you started practicing in a serious professional way, then you are called as a professional doctor. Like in the same way, you have doctors, lawyers, engineers, chartered accountants. Why not there are traders? When it comes to trading, you take advice from your neighbor, you take advice from your driver, you take advice from your friend. So if you are to become a professional in any which ways or any profession, any field, you have to study. And if you study and then you practice and then you become a professional trader or investor. So that's the first answer I would like to give as a gamble. It's not gamble. It's called calculated risk. People who don't know anything and they trade, they take the blind risk. People who know and then trade, they are called calculated risk. Now, calculated risk is a part of every business, not only stock market. Okay, every business you take a calculated risk. And the second part about this, that completes the gambling part. It's definitely not gambling. And second is that within the market, there are two types of analysis. One is called the fundamental analysis and one is called the technical analysis. Fundamental, as you said, you have to know a lot about business and companies and balance sheets and all, which a common man may not have the access to in terms of data, time, and skills. So what is the backdoor study to that is technicals. Now, let me give you your example. Okay, you are a doctor. So let's say if I have chest pain and I come to you and you say, chest is paining, what should I do? So you will immediately tell me, go and do an ECG, electrocardiogram. Right? What is ECG made up of? Those lines.
Yeah.
Right. Now, if the lines are showing everything okay, you say, okay, everything is okay, go and take rest.
Yeah.
And for 2 days, it's a muscle pain maybe. And if the lines are not okay, you will tell me that, okay, you need to do further tests like angioplasty, angiography, or whatever it is, right? In technical terms.
Yeah.
Now, you don't go behind why it happened. I didn't sleep well, or I was drinking, or I was smoking, or I had bad nights, or I had a fall, or I'm stressed out. So the reason for my chest pain, you are not worried about. You are worried about the post remedy of that. Right?
Exactly.
In the same way, technical analysis, you look at the graph, the charts. Charts are like ECG. If the charts are going up, that means the fundamentals are doing good. If the charts are going down, that means the fundamentals are doing bad. Now, you don't need to know why it happened. You just need to know the remedy. If they are going up, I need to buy. If they're going down, I need to sell. That's how easy it is, and it's simple it can become. So it's like everything what is happening in the fundamental is showing on the ECG, which is the charts. So I just look at the chart and I can give you the remedy. I don't need to know why it happened. That's exactly why you don't need to know any. The first instruction I give to my students is to stop watching TV, stop reading newspapers, stop talking to anyone about stock market, and just do your analysis and trade.
Wow, awesome. So you're telling me by just knowing a system, like how you're telling it, I will be able to predict when it will go up, when to buy, when to sell, and when I can make a margin. Yes or no?
Yes. Let me not go one step forward. Is that not even predict? Okay. So when you see an ECG, let's say ECG is showing some X, you will give remedy as per that. If the ECG further goes up, you will increase the medicine. If it goes down, it will decrease the medicine. So you're not predicting that the ECG will go up or down. You are reacting to the ECG. So we are also reacting to the market. It's going up. As long as it's going up, I will buy. As soon as it starts turning down, I will sell. I don't predict the market. And that's the biggest myth people have, that you need to predict the market if you want to make money in the market. That's not true.
Oh, okay. So you don't have to predict the market is what you're saying. Wow, that's the hot news for me, man. That's just fabulous. So let me ask you another question. There are a lot of people who say this, that can stock market give us stable income? So say, for example, I'm earning 30 or 40,000. I quit my job and I put around 1 or 2 lakhs in the stock market. So what would be like a return? Only when I sell do I get returns? Or is there some other way that I can have a stable recurrent income coming to me if I take a leap of faith and, join or learn about stock market and start investing? Or do you think I should continue my job? How much time do you think, if I'm continuing my job, should I spend in the stock market? And is there any methodologies, or can you just throw some light on that?
So see, in trading also, like like I go by your example that in doctor, in medicine, there are different fields like neurosurgeon, heart surgeon, then there is orthopedic, and there's gynecologist and all those things. So in technicals and trading also, there is short-term trading, medium-term trading, long-term trading. There is intraday trading, there is positional trading, there is options trading. Now, let's say people who are busy with their profession, like you are busy with your practice, and there are other people who are into job. So we have like medium term strategies where you just have to call up half an hour, you put your orders, like you put your buy and sell in the morning. Nowadays it's very easy, or you can do it on your phone also, and just you can go back to your work. And if the market goes up or down, automatically the orders will get triggered. You don't need to keep staring at the screen. That is for only people who are into full time into it. And I actually, when we do our programs, we are looking as financial freedom, and we are looking as investors. So when you do an intraday trading, which is sitting in front of the screen for all the 6 hours, that is like an employment. It is as good as an employment. So why not do a job only? So I don't encourage that kind of trading. We don't even teach that, or we don't encourage our 1-year students to do that. We just focus on how you can build a parallel source of income. Now, there are many cases where many people who are into job, once they found that success in trading, and they said, now I'm making enough money here, so I can leave my job and do this full time and do maybe maximize my return. And there are many people who are happy doing both. So it's not about leaving the job, it's about creating a parallel source of income. And ultimately, when you see that, okay, if you love the thing which you do, like if your job you love, then you don't need to leave it. But if you think, okay, I need some freedom of time from my job, I don't like it, so maybe I can turn this into a full-time profession. Just that your gestation period, you can't just leave the job and join this right now. You parallelly do it. Once you get the confidence that, okay, you can generate the money which you need every month out of your capital, then you leave the job and possibly then do it full-time.
Okay, so this is possible to do it also as a full-time. It's also possible to do it passively. Correct?
Absolutely.
Brilliant. And what is the risk involved, in both these models?
Right. See, both these models is like you have to understand that you are not going to go right on every single trade. Okay. That's for sure. Neither Warren Buffett nor Rakesh Jhunjhunwala nor anybody has done that. It's a probability game. What is a probability game? That I need to do 10 trades. Let's say I do 10 trades in a month, and my strike rate is only 50%. In fact, people ask me, what is your strike rate? Like a batsman, do you have a strike rate? So people ask me, what is your strike rate? So I tell them, they expect me to say 80-90%. Like I will be right 8-9 times out of 10. No, I say I'm only 50% right. So I'm wrong 50% time. But what is my risk reward ratio? My risk reward ratio is high. Means I take, let's say 1:3 risk reward ratio. Either I lose 1 rupee or I make 3 rupees. Okay. So that's the kind of calculation I do. So if I'm even right 5 times, so 5 times I lose 1 rupee when I'm wrong, and 5 times I make 3 rupees. So 15 rupees profit and 5 rupees loss. Net I make 10 rupees, and that's more than enough. Brilliant. If you have a good system, like we make it like a system. Many people trade on gut feeling, news, calls, tips. They don't know the risk management. They don't put a stop loss to it. They don't book losses at all. They keep holding. That's not the way. That's gambling. It's a calculated risk. Either I make $10 or I make $30. Either I lose $10 or I make $30. Once I lose $10, I take out the position and book my loss, or I take 30 rupees as a profit. And like that, if I consistently do, and if I maintain a 50% strike rate, I still end up making money.
Wow, 50% strike rate, you really end up making money. That's what you're coming to say.
Yeah, so you don't need to be a rocket scientist, and you don't need to be right 9 times out of 10 or 10 times out of 10, which is not even possible.
It's not even possible. Brilliant. That's like, that's mind-blowing, Vishal. And I've been with you. I've seen your young traders bootcamp. It was fabulous. I think the way you did it, and I want to tell all of you here in India, I don't think anybody is doing a virtual event like how Vishal is doing, with around 3,000, 4,000 people in a like a stadium kind of feel with Zoom. And it was mind-boggling to see children sitting to him for 3 days. So can you talk to me about your yardstick program, this ABCT program, which I think is what you have been doing for a very long period of time. And I have personally heard so many good reviews about it from people. So can you talk to us something about that? Who is it for? And what can people expect from this program?
Okay. Like the name says, ABCT, anybody can trade. So that means it's for everyone, from even 12-year-old to an 80-year-old. Of course,
Wow.
12-year-old people cannot trade on them on their own. They have to take their guardian's permission. So that's why we had a separate program called Young Investor Bootcamp, which you were a keynote speaker, and we all had fun. So at least let's say above 18 till 80, anybody can attend. You don't need a prior background in stock market. It starts from zero level. Like if you have never ever traded a stock market or a single stock, it's okay for you. In fact, we love those students because there is no unlearning happening. It's only learning happening. They are clean slate. So that's anybody. The language is like if we use Hindi, English more or so that everybody can understand. It's happening for 3 days, 30th July, 31st July, and 1st of August.
Okay.
It's like a
So it's a
proper
weekend,
seminar.
right?
Yes, full days, morning 9 to 5. Now,
9 to 5. Wow.
Yes, we used to do it physically before the pandemic. We have done it 70 times. 70.
Wow.
We have done it in Mumbai.
70
Bangalore,
times.
Mumbai, Bangalore.
And how many people have attended so long?
If I take it virtual plus the online plus the physical programs and plus the previews we have done for ABCT, it's more than 45,000 people who have attended in the last 6 years.
Awesome. That's a phenomenal number.
And best part is 9.8 rating out of 10 has been received as a feedback from all the people. 9.8.
Wow.
So it's like, if you know me, like we have done so many programs together, not only on stock trading, on business development, on mindset, on spirituality, everything. So this ABCT program is not only about hardcore trading. It's about your mindset, your attitude, your belief system, right? Your risk-taking ability. And then we go into the simple strategies also, which is like a process, like step-by-step process. This happens buy, this happens sell, this happens book a loss, this happens book a profit. That's it. The rules are set. You just have to go. Like if on Thursday morning, you don't know anything about stock market, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, ABCT happens. Monday morning, you are ready to trade.
Wow. Awesome.
So be a doctor, lawyer, engineer, chartered accountant, homemaker, students, anybody, teacher can attend this. And it's not, the seminar is full day from morning 9 to 5, but the trading you don't need to do. We will teach you systems which you have to work half an hour or 30, 40 minutes, 45 minutes a day. Just call up a couple of times or maybe do it on the app, and then you can do your other work also. It's not like a full-time thing.
So you're telling me even if I have no knowledge of trading, you will give me the trading strategies and everything in these 3 days. Absolutely. And by Monday morning, I can start doing trading, started on my own. Is it correct?
Yes. And I will give you the trades also. I will give you the trades also on Monday, what to buy.
Oh my God. Awesome. I think that's a real gift. I think nobody does that in India as far as I know, I think that's just phenomenal what you're doing, Vishal. And what is this mindset training? And I know Meghna is very specialized. She has attended a lot of major programs across the world where she has learned this mindset. So what is this mindset and stock trading? And why is it that I've not seen any stock trading teaching institute teaching about the mindset part? So how does that make ABCT very unique? Can you give us some light on that?
Yes, yeah, I think because if you have, we know Tony Robbins, like Tony Robbins says, 80% psychology, 20% strategy. And that is for every business. So that goes in trading also. Now, let's say I teach you a system and I tell you that buy this morning, you buy, put a stop loss, put in order, and then you can go do your work. And after a few days or few months, you will generate good amount of returns. Now, the strategy is back tested, it's numbers, black and white. You also know that it works, but somehow the mindset we have since childhood, especially in our country, what we have been thinking is too much money is bad.
Exactly.
Money is the root of all evil. Easy money, easy goes. And you need to really work for 10 hours a day to make a living. Otherwise, it's not worth it. Now, that's where the mindset says, okay, my mindset says 10 hours of hard work, and I'm teaching you something which is only half an hour work. So your mind is not accepting what I'm telling you. So even if the strategy is right, the mindset is not right. That's why you will go back and do the same mistake, and you will do a loss, and then your mind will prove that, okay, I told you it's hard work. It's gambling. The stock market is gambling. You need to really work hard in life. Like that, we have so many belief systems since childhood, and since we are coming from slavery, out of Britishers since 200 years. That's and true. We think that rich people are evil, rich people are corrupt or shrewd. And if you think about money, that means you are all about greed and you don't have love people, or you are all corrupt. So all this mindset has to change, because if you really want to make money or you really want to create wealth, you have to think about money. You have to love wealth. And loving money does not mean you don't love anybody else, right? That's one. The second part of this is very important, especially if you look at USA, America, you have 55% people who are invested in stock market.
55% of the population.
Yes. And in India, it's 4 to 5% only. Why is that? Two reasons. One, lack of awareness and knowledge. And second, we have been brought up since childhood as a savings economy. You have been hearing people, your parents have been save money, save money, save money, save money, right? And there they are invest money, invest money, invest money. That's why there are multi-million-dollar companies, and out of nowhere, people are making big companies and the unicorns and all that. And in India, we are saving money. What is our savings rate right now? It does not even beat the inflation. So much money is in savings bank account right now. If we put that into Indian stock market, the Sensex will go to 1 lakh plus. But we are not taking that step. So that's why we have this tagline at Malkans. You say changing the way India trades. In some or the other way, we are trying to help the economy that more people invest in stock market, that the more money comes into the market, it actually helps the country to grow.
Wow, awesome. This is just phenomenal. I think it's a mind opener for so many of us, even for me as self personally, to know that there's so much to stock trading than just, like a horse betting, betting on the thing. There's so much more to this. So in this ABCT, you're telling me that once I learn the trade and everything, after that, there is a journey I should take, right? Because I need to be constantly learning. I need to keep updating. So can you just throw a light, like if I have to master this field, considering I don't know anything, nothing about trade, and I'm only doing this ABCD, if you master, how long will it take? What are the supports I would get? Just can you give me some light on that?
So we have a journey, like there are people who want to seriously take this, and especially after pandemic, most people have realized that the two most important things is the financial health and the physical health, right? Exactly. Physical health, we already experienced with COVID and all. And also people have got hurt by the business going down, the jobs getting cut, and all those sitting at home and all that. So that's why people want to create passive source of income. And the stock market is one thing which was never shut in the pandemic. In fact, it was on all the days, and people have realized that it's okay to invest. Now that mindset has opened a bit, which is good, right? So what we look at is to master any profession, like you need to spend the old saying says, the golden word says 10,000 hours or 10 years. But that is for the old one. Now, the new one is that if you want to master that in 10,000 hours, you don't need to spend 10,000 hours. You get to train by a person who has spent 10,000 hours so that you can learn in 1 year, right?
Wow, 1 year.
Yeah, that's why we have a 1 year program. Now that in 1 year, if you can spend 1 or 2 hours every day on this market, on this studies, then you can really grow faster. Now, it depends on how much time you give. Some people are busy, so they give half an hour, 1 hour. Some people are 2, 3 hours, 4 hours. But 1 to 2 years is a good time if you dedicatedly do it properly. One. And second is you should be open and coachable. It should not like, let me try and see if it works or not. You have to complete faith. Like we have done so many coaching programs together. So we surrender to the coach, whether it's business or marketing or sales or spirituality. We do everything what the coach tells us to do. That's why we have grown. In the same way, we have a coaching program. If the student surrenders us and we tell them to read this book, we ask them to watch these videos, we ask them to take the trade. We also give them hand, like on the platter, we give them the trades, do this, just buy here and sell here, buy here and sell here. If they do it for 1 year, that gets into the habit of doing systematic and process-driven work. And then I think they can do on their own.
Oh, wow. So they can trade on their own and they can grow on their own within a 1 year period of spending sustained effort of at least 45 minutes to 2 hours a day. Correct?
Yes, yes.
Wow, beautiful. I think that was fabulous and so much of insights. And can you tell me, like, where do people need to go to learn more about you? And
yeah, it's only a few days left. Even if you're watching this video later, you can join the next ABCT. So I will show you the link. It's called theabct.com, theabct.com. And the best part is we are inviting keynote speakers also. So let me
who are the keynote speakers?
Show you the lineup of keynote speakers. You go to theabct.com, you'll see Vishal, Meghna. Of course, we both will be there. Then we have Dr. Vivek Bindra. Oh. He's like a powerhouse keynote.
Oh my God, he's a legend in the field of coaches, and I've heard so much about him. Yes.
17 million followers on YouTube and the biggest YouTube channel for leadership, speed, motivation, and business coaching. So he's going to be there. Now, he's Jack Schwager. He's an American author and trader. He has written some great books like Market Wizards. He has interviewed the world's best traders and written 4 books on that. And luckily, I have interviewed him into my book, and he's also coming as a keynote speaker. He has tremendous amount of experience. Then we have Ashish Chauhanji, who is the CEO and MD of Bombay Stock Exchange. And you have seen that how Bombay Stock Exchange has grown phenomenally in the last few years, doing so many initiatives about investor awareness and trading and investing and all that, and under his leadership. And he has a message to give to all the people who want to join stock market, how they can do informed investing. And then we have another business coach, Santosh Nair. He's another power pack speaker, and he will just get you on fire that how you should take control of your life. You never be complaining or whining or cribbing or gossiping. You should always think about whatever it takes. You can see that quote behind. It says, whatever it takes, no matter what pandemic hit, take and think it as an opportunity to learn and grow. Any problem comes, think like an opportunity and grow. And these are the 4 keynote speakers. And people think that it's all about stock market and it's going to be boring and mundane. No, it's going to be equally entertainment, equally fun, like dance, music.
I can tell you that. I can tell you, I can vouch for the fun Vishal and Meghna bring in through all their programs. I think it's just fabulous.
Yeah, there are some videos of the physical ABCTs we have done in the past in Chennai, Bangalore, Mumbai. Even kids are attending. If you see, this is a video here on kids are attending. And there are 3 different kinds of tickets available right now. And you can check out the details. Even if you go for the lowest ticket, it's okay. Just experience this one thing and you will realize that how you can, it will be a life-changing experience for sure. Wow. Like, it's not only about trading. Gather all your family members, right from 12 years old to 80 years old, sit in one room and attend this 3-day virtual program. And you will see a big shift in the way you look at stock market, trading, investing, making money, and also about life.
Wow. And I can truly vouch because I remember seeing your ABCT a couple of months back that you did. And I was seeing there was grandfather, grandmother, everybody, the whole family. It was like a family event. And I think something was very heart-touching also, Vishal, I should say, was army people were watching it. You know, from where in Kashmir and other places, they were watching it. They were taking notes. You know, they were trying to improve their life. And I think it was very heartwarming to watch. And I can truly say that ABCT is just not an experience only in stock marketing. It also starts a personal journey inside with your mindset training, which was fabulous. I think that's something that's very phenomenal. And last, as a take-home message, what do you think you would like to tell the audience?
I would like to tell the audience that it's better to do it and regret it rather than not do it and repent it, right? It's always, this learning never goes waste. And even once you open up, like, you have to open to new opportunity. If you keep your close mind, like the formal education from the past, that, okay, you need to work hard, you need to do a job, you need to get a degree, you need to get good marks. This is like old education. Now, the new education, which is still not upgraded. So the new way of education is self-education. So as Jim Rohn says, formal education makes you a living, self-education makes you a fortune. And this is your chance to get your self-education in stock market, which is whether you buy it or not, whether you invest or not, markets are going up. So if you're not doing it this year, you just calculate the opportunity cost you lost in the last 1 year of market, not joining, not learning it, right? So I would suggest just try it out. And I can guarantee that it will transform the way you look at many things in life. And it's worth attending this.
Wow. Awesome. Thank you so much, Vishal. I think that was a fabulous way of putting about stock market and breaking some of the myths. And I want to, as a concluding message, I want to tell all of you all, see, please understand, COVID has taught us, as Vishal said, physical health is important and also financial health is very important. As a psychiatrist, I'm seeing so many people who put all the eggs in one basket and today are repenting their life. And I think stock market, looking at, even if you take as an educationist, looking at Byju's, a lot of people say that Byju's is for profit, but still, as a stock market, we can also be part of that journey. And I think that's something that very beautifully Vishal has put in, that we need to know about finances. We need to know about financial literacy. Even if your children are there, they should be taught about it. And I think that's a fabulous thing. And I highly recommend all of you listening over here, you have to experience ABCT to believe it. That there is somebody who can make such a tough concept in a very, very, very simplified fashion. And I can truly vouch at the level in which they take pains to do it. They have a whole studio in their office, and the kind of team they have with them is phenomenal. I've had a lot of chances to speak to their team, very, very committed, and they deliver, and actually they over deliver on the promises. So I think this is a great opportunity. Thank you so much, Vishal, for speaking so much and so much in depth and giving us so much clarity. Looking forward to seeing you more. Looking forward to see that ABCT impacts every household in this country, because this education is the need of the hour. Thank you, Vishal. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Kannan, for having me. It was a pleasure serving your audience. Thank you.
Thank you.